The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone, or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, one website, SummitCitySports.com. Live stream high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne area athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics. The industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
With active science, just the overall objective of having better physical activity along with gaining knowledge and wisdom, it aligns with everything I stand for, with clear-eye view and having a determined belief, earned dreams and a focused vision.
So I got Grace the Magnificent here with me.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Hutzel Athletic Center. This is game number 2 of our Crossroads League doubleheader, and it'll feature the number 3 ranked team in the country, your University of St. Francis Cougars, coached by Chad Lacrosse, who's in his 8th season with the team. We'll be taking on Mount Vernon Nazarene. They are receiving votes in the 33rd position. Nationally, they are coached by Jared Renai, who's in his 4th season with the Ohio Cougars. We're going to read from our game day program put together by Sports Information Director Bill Scott. Crossroads League leading University of St. Francis collides with number 33. Receive votes. Mount Vernon Nazarene University today. The Cougars lead the CL by a game over 2nd place Indiana Wesleyan University. USF had its lead over Indiana Wesleyan cut in half after the Cougars lost 83-74 at Marion University, and IWU won 85-69 over Goshen on Tuesday night. Mount Vernon Nass slipped to 6-5 in Crossroads League action after dropping a 89-73 decision at last place Grace on Tuesday. USF won the first game at Mount Vernon Nass 86-70 on January the 6th. St. Francis outscored Mount Vernon's 47-30 in the first half. USF junior Chandler White led USF scoring in that first game at MVNU. He had 24. Jay Joseph came off the bench for Mount Vernon and led the Cougars in scoring in the first meeting with 18 points. He has scored 13 points combined in MVNU's 5 games since the first meeting. After USF took a 5-0 lead in the first minute of the game at Marion, the Knights took charge, outscoring the Cougars 23-7. MU Marion opened up a 21-point lead in the first half and won by 9. That was the Cougars' last game out this past Tuesday at Marion. Folks, we're going to send it down to our PA announcer for the starting lineup and national anthems for today's contest. We did have the national anthem before the women's game, so we're going to get right to it. There we have it, folks. Starting lineups for today's big matchup. This is the 15th meeting between USF and Mount Vernon Nass since MVNU joined the Mid-Central College Conference back in 2011, 2012. Now the Crossroads League. At the Hutzel Athletic Center, USF leads the series versus MVNU 7-0 since the first game at the Hut on January the 7th, 2012. USF won that first game at the Hut 79-56 over these Mount Vernon, Ohio Cougars. In the center is Austin Jones for MVNU and Bryce Linnup, the People's Champion. That's Jacob Paul running the show, and that's number 3, Jevin Knox. Knox is a freshman leading their team in scoring, averaging 14.2 points per game. Folks, you got to see these numbers for Knox. Paul, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Lob pass down low, easy deuce for Jordy Moss. Jevin Knox Shooting 55% from the field ranks him number 38, and 49% from beyond the arc ranks him number 11 in the country. Bryce Linup, skip pass out to Evan Henry for three. That one halfway down, popped out. Evan Henry, the all-time three-point maker in University of St. Francis history. Knox rises up, 17-footer, rims in. Wasn't the prettiest, but did rim in for a 4-0 lead for the Ohio Cougars. Linup coughs it up, gets it back. Bryce Linup, two-time All-American, the preseason Crossroads League Player of the Year. That one knocked away from Heinen. Bringing it is Jeremiah Roberts for the Ohio Cougars. Once again, Knox, the freshman, leads him in scoring. Brett Vipperman, number 2 in scoring, but he is not starting today's game. Vipperman wears number 20. Latzenheiser has it knocked away. Roberts aboard for MVNU. Knox rises up from 3. Catch and shoots no good. Nice rebound by Evan Henry. And whistle blows here at 18:02. Foul going to be called on Mas, number 33. Jordy Mas Jr., he's a 7-footer from Spain, Barcelona, Spain. And Vipperman's going to check in. Vipperman, a heck of a player for MVNU last year. I was surprised he's coming off the bench, but some guys just play better when they come off the bench. Heinen, jump stop in the lane, kicks out to Henry for 3. Evan Henry getting it started for St. Francis. Apologize about having that little interrupt on you. Vipperman. Catch and shoot. Paul, no good. Jacob Paul, sophomore guard from Canton, Ohio, went to St. Thomas Aquinas High School. Roberts, it's Heinen on the far wing. Nice look to Chandler White, had it blocked from behind. He was double teamed. Jeremiah Roberts. Vipperman off the heel, no good, rebounded by Linup. What a game we had last Saturday. Bethel and St. Francis, Cougars winning it with Bryce Linup and Stephen Turner on the bench. Nice spin move by Heinen. Hung long enough in the air to get that one to fall. Cougars take the lead. Derek Heinen, such a special player he's been for Coach Cross this year. Vipperman trying to back down Heinen and has it knocked away. That's a steal by Bryce Linup, pushing it. Latzenheiser to the right as Evan Henry's just going to rise up for 3, no good. Chasing down the loose ball was Chandler White. White fouled from behind. That was Jeremiah Roberts hacking him hard to the floor. Oh, blocking foul going to be called on Vipperman. Take back everything I just said. White, his first trip to the charity stripe. Chandler is the team's 3rd leading scorer. He shoots 74% from the free throw line, hitting 53 of 72. He averages 11.9 points per game. Austin Jones is out. Alex Johnson, the freshman forward. He's from Little Miami High School out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Second one, no good. Chandler hits 1 of 2. Cougars up by 2. Paul. Knox. Knox is averaging 25 minutes played per game. Vipperman is averaging 30.2, and Jacob Paul averages 31. He averages the most minutes played per game for MVNU. Knox in the lane. Hung in the air, no good. Bryce working against the freshman. Two-time All-American against the freshman. Derek Heinen. Heinen averages more minutes played than anybody on the whole floor. Derek averages 33.9. Media timeout here at the Hut. We'll take one with it. You're watching Cougar basketball here. Brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine, the exclusive sports medicine provider for the Cougars.
An athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship. Welcome back to the Hut, everybody. Cougars lead it 6-4, and it's the St. Francis Cougars. Linup gets it into Henry. Bryce. Heinen left all alone, top of the key, 3 no good, as Bryce wrestles it away from the freshman, and Lotzenheiser finishes at the cup. Connor Lotzenheiser, the sophomore from Convoy, Ohio, went to Crestview High School, where he won a state title. Knox, Vipperman. Cougs playing a zone defense here as the three-pointer on its way by Joe Schmitz. Joe Schmitz, a 36% three-point shooter, has hit 46 of 127. He's taken 4 more three-pointers than Evan Henry. MVNU has a student section here. Wow. Lotzenheiser, White all alone beyond the arc. That one no good. Tracked down by Knox. The MVNU students say flame on, number 2. That's Joe Schmitz. And he drives the cup but can't finish. Foul on Schmitz. Senior guard, 6 foot 195 from Bloom Carroll High School out of Carroll, Ohio. Stephen Turner checking in. Hunter Hollowell checking in for St. Francis. Derek has Paul draped on him. Jacob Paul, just a sophomore, standing 5'9", 175. Heinen goes 6'3". Turner. Working against Jordy Mox. Kick out. Henry's left all alone. How do you leave Evan Henry that wide open? Loose ball, going to go to MVNU. 13:47 left here in the first half. 8-7 for the good Cougs. The Cougs in royal blue. Mount Vernon wearing that navy blue with the kind of hunter green. As the handoff goes to Roberts. Left hand off glass. Silky smooth move there for Jeremiah Roberts, junior guard, 6'6", 210 from Toledo, Ohio. Sylvania Southview is the high school. Lob. That was deflected by Roberts. Schmitz, see if he takes a 3. He'll pull it back. Roberts being guarded by Chandler White, helped by Turner. Roberts, left hand off glass. 4 quick points there for Jeremiah Roberts. 11-8, MVNU has the lead. Good pick set by Turner. Excuse me, that was Heinen. Elbow jumper, no good. Skip pass, Vipperman. Moss. Paul, nice. Stephen Turner getting a hand in there to knock it away. Turner now with the defense on Jordy Moss. Moss got that separation as he knocked Turner down to the block. Hollowell with the board. Hunter, the true freshman, is a sharp shooter. Hallowell currently shooting 44% from three-point land. Knocked away, possession to stay with St. Francis, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Austin Compton and Bryce Linnup checking in for St. Francis. Compton is a terror for opposing teams, a sophomore for the Cougs. Vipperman checks out of the game for MVNU. Three-point attempt, no good. Off the heel. Rim cold to St. Francis here from three-point land. Cougars, 1 of 7. Roberts, nice feed down low. And finishing is Austin Jones. Jones' first 2 points. Knox is going to check back in for MVNU, in for Schmitz. They'll have to put that sign away for a little bit, as Schmitz is going to sit on the bench. Looking for the three-point play is Jones. He's a 68% free throw shooter. Swish. Heinen. Linnup down low against Moss. Was pinned underneath the backboard. Lacrosse is looking for a foul down there. None to be called. Moss definitely had Linnup pinned underneath the backboard. .11:21 left here in the first half. 14-8 is your score. Number 24, Todd Entenman Jr. Jones ran out of real estate. Jones just now getting up. Compton leaves it for Henry. Heinen, right hand dribble drive, has knocked away by Roberts. Roberts going to be called with the foul for number 22. That'll be his first team's 4th. Alex Johnson, the true freshman, back in. Jordy Moss out. The 7-footer Moss. Catch and shoot. Henry, baseline jumper. Rims in. Evan now with 5 points. Cougars pulled in 4. Johnson, kick out. Roberts rising up. Knocks down to 3. Jeremiah Roberts entering today at 35% three-point shooter, hitting 24 of 69. Heinen gives it over, and Devin Tennant, the star of the game a week ago, gets his first 2 of the game. Devin Tennant starting to see some increased minutes here. Jones. As Tennant contests the shot and gets the rebound. Devin Tennant, after speaking with him after that win against Bethel, you can tell he wants to be great. And I'm here to tell you, if you're a big, no better place to play than the University of St. Francis to get coached up by Coach Across, who was an All-American big himself at Tri-State, played professional ball. Coach Across gets the best out of the bigs at St. Francis. For sure. Heinen backing down Roberts. Roberts got a hand on it. Lotzenheiser for three, no good. Alex Johnson with the board. Paul. Jacob Paul. Johnson rises up. Guess what? Bank's open. This late on a Saturday doesn't seem right. 3:20 in the afternoon here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Lotzenheiser hands it off to Heinen. An 8-point lead for MVNU is their largest of the game. Lotzenheiser, Compton. Knox has the defense on Henry. Knox and Henry probably the two best three-point shooters behind him, not far behind him, not even close. Huge three for Derek, who has 5 points. Derek, look for him to be named All-American this year as Henry grabs the board and is fouled by Paul. Vipperman's back into the game. He re-enters with 0 points. Compton over the timeline. Leaves it for Lotzenheiser. White working against Vipperman. Nice help defense by Alex Johnson. Compton picks that by Tennant. Nice pick and roll. Bounce pass intended for Tennant. And foul going to be called on Devin. What a great looking play there. It's just that last defender, Paul, really did a great job for NVNU as both the defenders on Tennant sank down with Compton. .8:33 left here in the first half, 20-15. Mount Vernon Navs. Vipperman now sinks to the block. Yeah, nice job of biting him up, and traveling going to be called. You're not going to muscle Chandler White. He's the last guy on the floor you're going to muscle up. Chandler, Bryce, Steven Turner, that's not happening. White, Lotzenheiser, Billy Doslak into the game for St. Francis. Nice ball movement for the Cougs. Repositioning as Doslak is going to go back to that corner. Nice right-handed hook shot, no good. And Tennant with the tip out went out of bounds. Possession to MVNU. So immediate timeout here at 7:54. Today's game brought to you by Fort Financial Credit Union.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. That is the Cougar Marching Pride. They were playing the theme song to a TV show that has escaped me. Maybe it was the A-Team. Probably not. Knox over to Paul. So we are 7:45 remaining here in the first half. Schmitz back into the game for MVNU. Paul kicks out Vipperman for 3. That's off the heel. Nice job by Knox, but he knocked it right to Billy Doslak. Doslak takes the feed from Lotzenheiser. White. White just popped out there to square his shoulders up to the cup. Foul's going to go against number 30. Jay Joseph, another freshman, 6'4", 215. Man, a lot of freshmen on this roster for MVNU. Jevin Knox obviously being the best of them. Leads their team, averaging 14.2 per game. Chandler White knocks him down. Chandler, a 74% free throw shooter, hitting 53 of 72. Vipperman. Vipperman tried to initiate some contact there with Tennant, but Devin wasn't having it either. Devin, a big boy in his own right. Right-handed hook shot is good on the baseline for Devin Tennant. His second bucket of the game. Cougs pull within one. Devin playing a nice first half here for Coach Lacrosse. This is huge for Coach Lacrosse as Tennant, boy, he just knocked Knox right to the ground. Jumper's no good by Paul. Heinen, nice strong take. Or excuse me, Connor Lotzenheiser on the block. What a strong take. Beautiful finish for number 11. Lotzenheiser now has 2 buckets. Knox just got away from Lotzenheiser. White just inside the arc, off the heel. MVNU clinging to a 1-point lead. Kick out goes to Vipperman. We know sooner or later those shots are going to fall for Brett Vipperman. Entering today, though, only shooting 27% from beyond the arc. 18 of 65 for Vipperman. Just hasn't been his year from three-point land. Lotzenheiser. St. Francis, too, has been cold from beyond the arc, now 2 of 9. Turner back in for St. Francis as Tennant, Compton, and Lotzenheiser lead. Henry and Heinen re-enter. Billy Doslak getting some nice minutes here for St. Francis. Jordy Moss. That pass. There's 2 St. Francis players right there. Inbound, goes up to Moss, tracks it down right before the timeline. Moss rocking some nice green sneakers. Paul, nice dish out by Paul, but that shot is no good by Jay Joseph, as it would have been a buzzer beater. Jordy Moss, we got a jump ball. .448 left here in the first half. A 4-point advantage for Mount Vernon Naz. They lob it into Moss. Mount Vernon Naz is currently in 6th place. I take that back. They're tied for 3rd place in the Crossroads League. Oh, there's a log jam there at 3rd place. Feed goes to Schmitz. And possession will stay with MVNU as it's out on White. .12 seconds on the shot clock. You see the Cougar cheerleaders back there. They won their first meet of the season on Thursday at Indiana Wesleyan, then won the Cougar Winter Classic yesterday on Friday. You're looking at one of the best cheerleading squads in the country. Last year took second place at Nationals. Right-handed hook shot by Turner is good. Steven getting his first bucket of the game. The year before last year was the first ever year of competitive cheer for St. Francis, and they finished 5th at Nationals. A lot of people saying their routine was far and away better than the team that won it all. Helps having a state champion gymnast on your squad. As the right-hand shot's no good by Moss. Heinen. Turner, left hand off glass. Steven Turner making easy work of MVNU there in the paint. Cougars tied up at 25. Jay Joseph, just a freshman. He's from Worthington Christian High School out of Worthington, Ohio. That one left short. Three-point attempt by Doslak. No good. Inside 3 minutes. Timeout, going to be called a 30-second timeout by Coach Jared Renai. He's a Georgia Southwestern State graduate of 2006 in his 4th season with MVNU. Well, the regular season number 4 coaches top 25 came out this past Tuesday on January the 23rd. Cornerstone out of Michigan remains number 1 ranked team. Get this. IU East swaps places with St. Francis. IU East goes number 2, St. Francis number 3. Oh, wait a second. If I remember correctly, St. Francis traveled to IU East back on November the 11th and handed IU East, what are they, the Grenadiers? A 93-81 loss. But yeah, might as well, the 4th top 25 put IU East ahead of St. Francis, even though, well, St. Francis has one more loss, both teams with 19 wins. It's okay, we'll get back there. Indiana Wesleyan drops from number 7 to number 8. Bethel drops from 11 to 13. Spring Arbor drops from 13 to 14. It doesn't make much sense to me when Crossroads League teams, they beat themselves up and they fall in the national rankings. Paul knocks it down. The triple. MVNU back up by 3. Heinen. Henry, catch and shoot. Top of the key. Triple. Knocked off that leather rope that pulls the hoop up. Helps pull it up. There's also a steel cable. This gym was built in 1991. Turnover by 21 Alex Johnson. Accidentally stepped on the sideline there. Henry's going to be guarded by Jevin Knox. From Marysville, Ohio is Jevin Knox. You can look to see him on the Crossroads League All-Freshman team. Heinen blocked by Roberts. Roberts, that's a tough matchup for Derek Heinen. Roberts very long. Knox. That's Jones. Roberts, spin move in the lane is fouled. He'll head to the free throw line. Foul goes against number 22, Steven Turner. This is Roberts' first free throw attempt. It's good. Roberts, a 76% free throw shooter, hitting 40 of 53. second one. Rims in. Roberts now with 9 points. His team up by 5. Chandler White, nice strong take. Foul is going to go against 15, Austin Jones. Chandler now has 5 points, looking for number 6, heading to the free throw line. White is 74% free throw shooter, hitting 53 of 72. Averaging 11.9 points per game for Coach Lacrosse. Knocks it down. 3-point play, Cougs pull within 2. Blocking foul going to be called on Chandler. Chandler last year had hurt his shoulder towards the end of the season. Coach had to limit his minutes a little bit. Roberts. Feed goes into Jones, who was squared up. Nice rebound by number 40, David Galutny. Left-handed hook shot by Jones is no good. Cougs need to take the lead or tie it up here on this possession. Compton. Chandler White has it knocked away by Jones. So we got about 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The junior, Todd Entenman Jr., with the ball. Good ball movement as Roberts has it knocked away by Lotzenheiser. 10 seconds left to go. Strong defense being played there by Connor Lotzenheiser. Heinen's going to check in for Turner. Steven checks out. Steven with 4 points and 1 foul. Heinen picks that by Henry. Knox with the defense. 2, and that will do it. That was Dylan Bailey contesting Evan Henry's shot. Evan a little bit further out than he wanted to be, about 27 feet. So Mount Vernon Navs will take the 30-28 lead into the break. You're watching Cougar Basketball, brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine.
Birthing centers with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website, SummitCitySports.com. Live stream high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne area athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics. The industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit summitcitysports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
With active science, just the overall objective of having better physical activity along with gaining knowledge and wisdom, it aligns with everything I stand for, with clear-eye view and having a determined belief, earned dreams and a focused vision.
So I got Grace, the Magnificent, here with me. So we're gonna go through a little activity. What I want you to do is try to get past me, NFL linebacker. You get past me, I'll do 10 jumping jacks. But if I tag you, then you do 10 jumping jacks, and then we'll flip it around and see if I can get past you, all right?
All right.
All right. Blue 42. Oh. Two. Count it out.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
My grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
While the expansion of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is enhancing the experience for athletes around the area, Parkview Sports Medicine is doing the same inside of the expansion, introducing the brand new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, providing immediate access to the entire PSM team for athletes all around the region.
We have this team that we can take care of them from the moment they come in, present with their injury, take them all the way through to the point where they're ready to be back to the performance level that they came in pre-injury. We can provide just about anything that any of your walk-in clinics provide, but we definitely focus on musculoskeletal issues.
The Ortho Express Clinic meets athletes where they're at and when they're playing. The entire PSM team will be at an athlete's fingertips. Additionally, the clinic houses the region's only DEXA body composition assessment and a sports dietitian who can work with athletes on their dietary needs.
Some athletes, it might be a difference in their starting position. They might see a number and say, wow, I had no idea that was my body composition. How can I change this? And sometimes just seeing numbers is more motivating than just talking about, maybe their calorie amount that they're taking in.
The advantage to having an Ortho Express clinic is the diversity of the hours. So people who have non-traditional work schedules should be able to get in. I think having athlete access on the athletic trainer side in the trenches, so to speak, and having them be able to get a hold of us or maybe send us a note and saying, hey, this patient's coming in, this is what I'm worried about, and gives us a heads up.
Whether it's the use of treatment tables, the radiology room, cold whirlpool tank, or the traditional exam room, the Ortho Express Clinic gives patients a seamless experience all under one roof.
This is the type of facility you see in professional and high-level Division I athletics where you have everything right in one place. So if an athlete gets hurt playing basketball or volleyball on the other side, within the same facility they can get their physical therapy or an x-ray if needed just to rule out a fracture. That's stuff you hear about in the NFL, stuff you hear about at high-level colleges where kids just went downstairs and got an x-ray at halftime. We can actually do that in-house now. So it makes us kind of a state-of-the-art, unique facility.
Pilates therapy is using the Pilates technique in a therapeutic way. Pilates itself is just using, we would use equipment, Pilates equipment, to work on precise movement patterns in the Pilates method in that rehabilitation process. The benefit of doing Pilates with the therapy, the biggest benefit is to work on smaller muscle groups and precise movement patterns that you're going to get with using the Pilates method. In this method, if you just come in with low back pain, or you have some shoulder pain, or you have some other pains that aren't surgically repaired, the Pilates method is very effective in utilizing those smaller muscle groups that are attached from the core into the shoulders or to the hips to strengthen from the inside out. It very much works posture. In this day and age, posture is a huge thing with people, sitting at desks, keeping the head forward.
Anybody can benefit from Pilates. Definitely athletes, performers, dancers, gymnasts, but also people, chronic pain, back pain, shoulder pain, teenagers, even women going through pregnancy or postpartum can also benefit from Pilates.
Pilates is for everyone, and including men, especially men. Men get tight as they age, decreasing flexibility in the hamstrings, in their spine. Now you have many professional athletes doing Pilates, LeBron James, Jake Arrieta, Antonio Brown, and they're finding the benefits of getting the elongation of the muscles and the strengthening and the balance and the control that helps them during their sport. And we are the only clinic in Fort Wayne that services both physical therapy and Pilates at the same time, that you can get a Pilates-based rehabilitation.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. Welcome back, everyone, as we are just moments away from the start of the second half here at the Hutzel Athletic Center. St. Francis losing it 30-28 currently to the MVNU Cougars. Crossroads League foe, Mount Vernon Naz, is receiving votes in the 33rd position. Looking at the first half, Bryce Linnup only played 6 minutes. Bryce did have 2 fouls on the bench. He finished with 2 rebounds and 1 assist there in the first half. Leading St. Francis in scoring was Chandler White with 6 points. Chandler 1 of 4 from the field, also had 4 rebounds. Evan Henry had 5 points and 2 rebounds. Lotzenheiser 4 points, 2 rebounds. Heinen 5 points, 2 rebounds. Derek 2 of 6 from the field. Devin Tennant 4 points, 1 rebound. Billy Doslak had a board for St. Francis. And Stephen Turner with 4 points and 1 rebound for St. Francis. Looking at MVNU, Austin Jones had 3 points. Jordy Moss with 2. He was 1 of 4 from the field. Jevin Knox with 4 points. Jacob Paul had 3 points and 3 rebounds. Jeremiah Roberts had a team high, game high, 9 points, 3 rebounds. He has 3 of 3 from the field and 1 of 1 from beyond the arc. 15 minutes played. Joe Schmitz 3 points. Vipperman 3 points. Johnson 3 points for Mount Vernon Naz. Mount Vernon Naz held St. Francis to just 37% shooting from the field. St. Francis 2 of 13 from beyond the arc, good for 15%, and 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Mount Vernon Naz shot 38% from the field on 11 of 29 shooting, 45% from beyond the arc, 5 of 11, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Largest lead of the game for Mount Vernon Naz was 8 points. That was in the first half with 9:20 to go. For St. Francis, it was a 4-point lead with 15:11 to go. Score was tied once, and we had 4 lead changes. So once again, just moments away from the start of the second half. St. Francis coming off a loss at Marion a week ago. Today was the big win against Bethel. 2 weeks ago from today was the loss at Indiana Wesleyan, which snapped a 16-game winning streak for Coach Cross and the Cougs. We're all set here in the second half. That's Knox. Paul, as the feed goes down to Jones. It was Roberts who had the big first half. Roberts playing really good defense on Derek Heinen as well. That ball knocked away from Jones. Loose ball picked up by Henry, and timeout called by Coach Lacrosse. Great timeout there, bailing out Evan Henry there as he was kind of in a little bit of a pickle. 30-second timeout. Let's go over the Crossroads League standings. University of St. Francis in first place, 9-2 conference lead record. Just real quick here, we'll listen to the Cougar Marching Pride. So we multitask. Lost our scoreboard there for a second. See, that was the Cougar Marching Pride. Scoreboard is back up, folks, back up. The inbounds pass, that will be Chandler White. And once again, Roberts has the defense on Heinen. Derek in the first half, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. Derek right hand off glass, no good, but Linnup's there with the putback. Bryce, that's what we missed from him in the first half. That's his first 2 points of the game. We're tied at 30. Jones looking for the reverse lane, gets it. Boy, is he light on his feet. He's a quick one. That's Jones from Mount Vernon Naz. Bryce working against Moss. Moss going to be called with the foul. That'll be his second, team's first. Bryce, this is his first free throw attempt. And it's good. Pull the Cougars to within one. Bryce, a 68% free throw shooter on the season, hitting 80 of 118. Bryce Linnup. Good. Clutch free throws there for Mr. Linnup as he has all 4 points for the Cougars here in the second half. Cougars putting some pressure on in the backcourt. Bounce pass goes into Moss. Heinen went for the steal on Moss, which left Paul all alone. Jacob Paul for the three. Paul was 1 of 3 from the field and 1 of 2 from beyond the arc in the first half, so he now has 6 points. Lotzenheiser rises up for 3 and rims in. Huge bucket there for Connor Lotzenheiser, who now has 7 for your Cougs. Tied up at 35. Jones inside the arc, no good. Long rebound for Heinen. Derek spinning the lane. High off glass. Heinen fighting through the contact. St. Francis takes the lead, 37-35. And timeout going to be called by Coach Renai. As we got coaches, both coaches wearing sneakers for the Kicking Cancer. Coach and I wanted a timeout. I missed something, so Jevin Knox with the inbound pass. Paul. Down low, Jones. That's his second bucket of the second half. Austin Jones getting some good coaching there at the half. Now it's Bryce. Good skip pass. And that was last touched by Jacob Paul. Joe Schmitz is going to check in for Mount Vernon as in for Knox. Bryce, double team. That was Vipperman with the help defense there. Foul's going to go against number 10. So Jacob Paul, that's going to be his second, team second. Chandler's at the free throw line. White in this game, 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. He does have 6 points. Also has 4 rebounds. First free throw is good. That's going to tie Lotzenheiser with a team high. Roberts leads MVNU with 9 points. All 9 of those came in the first half. Second one, no good off the heel. Roberts with the board. Roberts now with 4 rebounds. Paul. Lob pass goes into Jeremiah Roberts, who is able to corral that one. That's his 11th point. MVNU takes back the lead, 39-38. We only had 1 lead change there in the first half. Excuse me, we had 4 lead changes in the first half. Chandler White, his 9th point of the game. Jones. Roberts nearly walking over the baseline. Paul, floater in the lane is good from 6 feet. Paul now has 8 points. Outlet pass intended for White, ends up with Henry. Henry has the pick from Bryce. Switch D now. Roberts D'ing up, Bryce down the block. Find wide open Chandler White. Beautiful assist by Bryce Linnep. Cougs up 42-41. Schmitz in this game has 3 points, and it was a triple. Entering today, Schmitz, 127 three-point attempts. Oh, foul going to be called on Bryce. Entry pass intended for Jones. Coached across, he had to jump off the bench. So officials timeout here with 15-17 left to play in the first. You're watching Cougar basketball, brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more,
So Bryce is going to sit on the bench for a little bit. There we go. Apologize about that, folks. Bryce Linnep on the bench as Schmitz hits his second three-pointer of the game. Schmitz now with 6 points. Henry. Lotzenheiser nearly coughed that one up. Good defense by Paul. Paul once again gets a hand on it. Lotzenheiser down low, working against the freshman Johnson. Devin Tennant, bounding ball, and we're going to stay right here as that's going to be a foul called on Vipperman, I do believe. Vipperman battling with Devin Tennant. So Devin Tennant's going to check out, Bryce back in. Bryce now with 3 fouls, sat out there for about a minute. .30 seconds on the shot clock. Henry nearly fouled there by Schmitz. Heinen right hand take, pushed off. Lotzenheiser feeds down low to Linnep. Linnep working against the freshman, backs him into a hole. Bryce now with 6 points. Vipperman still with only 3 points in this game. Paul rises up to 3. That one's no good. Roberts is there with the board. Johnson is going to have to fall away from Linnep's defense. Out of the corners, Evan Henry. Bryce Linnep. And it hangs in the air, nearly tipped out by Heinen, picked up by Schmitz. Three-pointer rims out, rebounded by Linup. We're tied up at 44, 13:40 left to play. Lotzenheiser rims in. Nice jump stop on the block for Connor Lotzenheiser. Schmitz. Chandler White once again just too strong for the Ohio Cougars. Blocking foul this time called on Vipperman as White's heading back. Stephen Turner in for St. Francis. Austin Compton in as well. Chandler White currently with 13 points. He's starting to put it on MVNU just like he did the first time around in Ohio. White now with 14. Three-pointer by Knox is an air ball. That wasn't good. Chandler White had 24 points first time around for the Cougs. Turner finds Heinen on the block. That's point guard versus point guard, and traveling going to be called on Derek Heinen. Paul. Number 21, Johnson, still with 3 points. Schmitz goes right through his fingertips. Great look, good idea. Linup back into the game for Turner. Jay Joseph into the game for Mount Vernon Nass. In that first meeting, Jay Joseph came off the bench and led the Cougars in scoring with 18 points. He's combined for 13 points in the last 5 games, Jay Joseph. Henry, top of the key, three-point attempt. Rims in for Evan. Henry now with 8 points. Cougs starting to extend that lead, up 52-44. Jones, top of the key, three-pointer. That one's no good for Entman Jr. Bryce, beautiful find. Bryce and Chandler White got that connection. Down on the block. Earlier this season, Coach Lacrosse figured Chandler would take more of a role like we saw with Austin Fox a few years ago. Chandler's averaging 11.9 points per game and 6.5 rebounds per game. Doing a great job. Linup and Heinen check out. Bryce once again with 3 fouls. White with 15 points, making 16 for Chandler. So we got a full timeout by MVNU. Let's take a look at the Cougar cheerleaders coming off 2 straight victories. So the Cougars down by 2 at the half. Now just dominating with a 10-point advantage. Knox down low, going to be called to travel, so a turnover for MVNU. .15 left to play. St. Francis starting to take control of this game. Austin Compton being guarded by Schmitz. Lotzenheiser jump stop in the lane. Connor putting together a strong game here for Coach Cross, now with 11. Fadeaway jumper by Jay Joseph does fall in. Lotzenheiser to Henry. Compton driving from the near wing. No look, finds Evan just short on the three-point attempt. Entman Jr. chasing down the rebound. 10-15 to play. Knox takes the handoff. Turnaround. Jumper is good in the lane. Jevin Knox with 6 points. That's his first bucket of the second half. He has been quiet today. Compton cannot finish. Entman Jr. does not have numbers. It's 1-on-3, so he will retreat. Elbow, no good for Knox. Grace, who handed MVNU their last loss, has now beaten Goshen 56-48. Huntington beating Spring Arbor 59-57. Three-pointer is good for Connor Lotzenheiser. Cougars are rolling now, up by 11. Lotzenheiser just 2 points behind Chandler White for a team high. Another turnover by Mount Vernon Nass, their 7th of the game. Approaching 9 minutes left to play. Heinen. That ball was ripped away, picked up by Entman Jr. Roberts, three-pointer. That was tailing off to the right. Loose ball. Lotzenheiser coming up with a big board. Connor now with 4 rebounds to go with his 11 points. And the finish for Lotzenheiser. Doesn't get much better than that from Connor. He's now tied for a game high with 16. Roberts leads MVNU with 11. Another turnover. That was Jay Joseph. Lotzenheiser on a roll, Connor. 3 straight buckets for Lotzenheiser. And we got a timeout. Going to be called by Mount Vernon, a full timeout. You're watching Cougar basketball, brought to you by Fort Financial Credit Union.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. (63-48), 8:14 left to play. St. Francis was losing at the half, 30-28, but have exploded since then. Now up 63-48. Feed to Vipperman down low. Nice find by Jeremiah Roberts. Compton, Heinen. Connor once again, why not? He's had like 4 in a row. Connor's going to head to the free throw line. Foul's called on number 10, Paul. Connor currently 8 of 11 from the field, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc with 4 rebounds. He's got 18 points. His first free throw attempt of this game is good. Lotzenheiser, a 66% free throw shooter, entering today, hitting 31 of 47 for Lotzenheiser. Second, off the heel, Roberts with the board. Lotzenheiser. That's 7 straight points in a row for Connor. 3-point attempt, no good. That was Johnson, the freshman. Saved by Lotzenheiser, why not? But right to Johnson, and he's fouled. Tell you what, number 21, Alex Johnson, 6'5", 230 pounds. He's put together well for a freshman. Lotzenheiser going to take a breather as the fans clap it up for him. Johnson at the free throw line. Entering today's game, Johnson, well, he's still perfect. He's 3 of 3 now from the charity stripe. Compton. White skip pass finds Heinen. Compton, beautiful feed back to Austin Compton from Linnup. Compton was just stuck in the trees. Heinen has it knocked away by Roberts. And loose ball. Jump ball going to be called. Possession arrow in favor of St. Francis. Nice hustle play there by Chandler White. Chandler White sure does shine versus MVNU. He's not trying to hear anything from the Ohio Cougars. Lob pass into Linup. Results in a turnover picked up by Paul. Johnson out of the corner for three. No good. Rebounded by White. Chandler doing a good job of shielding there with Vipperman on his back. Another steal by Johnson. And nearly got pinned off glass, but he's going to head to the free throw line. Lotzenheiser set to check back in. Was so much confusion there. We had Bryce with the 3 fouls. Derek had to come out. Connor just took control of this game. Second one's good. So MVNU now within single digits. It's a 9-point advantage for St. Francis. White back over to Lotzenheiser. Went up, beautiful skip pass. That's short by Lotzenheiser. Bryce Linup only played 6 minutes there in the first half with 0 points scored. But a difference maker for sure here in the second half. Roberts, loose ball picked up by Vipperman, gets it out to Paul. Johnson, right-handed off glass. Alex Johnson has only played in 9 games this season. He averages 0.7 points per game and 3.6 minutes played per game. But he's played an awful lot now. Heinen looks like he might have a cut. He's going to have to leave the game. Johnson did play 6 minutes there in the first half. We're approaching 5 minutes left to play in this game. Cougars now up by 7. St. Francis, that is. Lotzenheiser's been the star here in the second half for St. Francis. MVNU paying all kinds of attention to Linup. Bryce, nice rebound and putback. Doing it the hard way, Bryce Linup. Bryce, pound for pound, the best player in the NAIA. He now has 8 points, but that's a way to battle and finish. There's a 3-point play is good. Turner's checking in. Check it out though, Evan Henry with the miss. Bryce snags it with the right arm with Johnson on his left shoulder. That's just what Bryce does. Finds a way to finish. No excuses. Just W's and points for Bryce Linup. 10-point advantage now for St. Francis. Schmitz. And that's Jeremiah Roberts. Been a little quiet here in the second half. He had 9 points in the first half, only 2 so far in the second, but does finish with the left there. Got to get him going, what he adds defensively. He's one of the better on-guard defenders in the Crossroads League at 6'6", 210 pounds. White looking for the crossover, turns it over. Knox now has it knocked away from behind by Compton. Austin Compton's on the floor. You got to check your back. Bryce checking in. Turner checking out. That lob was knocked away by Linup. Lotzenheiser getting the steal. Compton, Paul. Handoff goes to Compton. Looking for the floater, kicks out. Henry for three, that's short. That's a rebound picked up by Alex Johnson. Six-point advantage here for USF. Henry. Evan now with 8 points. Ooh. Big contact there. Charge going to be called on Compton, and he's a little slow to get up. We're going to take a break here from the hut. Today's game brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine, as Compton's really hurt. It's his left arm. He may have just hit his elbow. Yeah, we can keep it here. So Compton is going to head to the free throw line after that horrific fall where he landed on his left elbow. Free throw's no good. Linup going to be called with the over the back. Bryce, that's going to be his fourth. Well, that's not good. With the 6-point lead here. St. Francis, one of the top defensive teams in the league, holding their opponents to just 72.7 points per game. That ranks them number 24 in the country. While MVNU, they're a scoring team. They average 83.2 points per game. That ranks number 41 in the country. Left-hand dribble drive by Johnson results in a turnover. Lotzenheiser 1-on-2, did everything he could to get that shot up. Another big collision. That was Turner hitting the floor and Paul, and they're going to give possession to MVNU. No, foul is going to go against. Referee threw up double deuces. It's Stephen Turner, but so Mount Vernon going to call the full timeout. You're watching Cougar Basketball, brought to you by Fort Financial Credit Union.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. Turner. Approaching 2 minutes left to play. 6-point ad for St. Francis. And timeout going to be called, this time by Coach Lacrosse. And it's another full timeout. We're going to try to get this ad going again.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships. MVNU, one of the top teams in the country, shooting 50% from the field. That ranks them number 8. 38% from beyond the arc ranks them number 27. And 78% from the free throw line, which ranks them number 8. Here in this game, they're shooting 48% from the field and 44% from beyond the arc. And perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw line. St. Francis, 12 of 16 from the free throw line. Lob into Linnup. Like an alley-oop, looking for a foul, got none. 1:50 left to play. 2-possession game. Roberts, three-pointer. Roberts knocks it down. Just a 3-point lead now for the Cougs of St. Francis. Lotzenheiser finds Bryce. It's to Johnson, the freshman. Johnson with the hook, so that's a foul on the floor. St. Francis in the bonus. That'll be the 9th foul for MVNU. Johnson will be his 2nd. Lit up in this game. 3 of 3 from the free throw line, so he'll shoot the front end of the 1-and-1 here with a 1-possession game. Trying to make it 2. Knocks it down. Huge free throw for Bryce Linnup. Knox checking back in. Entenmann out. Bryce's second one is good as well. Bryce now a perfect 5 of 5 from the charity stripe will check out. Cougs up by 5. Back to a 2-possession game. 1:25 to play. It's Paul bringing it up. Paul walled off by Turner as Turner swipes it away. Loose ball. Last touched by Jones on the floor. Cougars with possession. Bryce checks back in for Steven. Coach Across has got this substitution thing down when Bryce gets in foul trouble. White over the timeline. Jones coming out with the defense. Blocking foul going to be called on number 15. I'm sure that's just fine with Coach Renai. White is 8 of 10 from the free throw line with 16 points. He's also 4 of 7 from the field. First one is good. St. Francis in the double bonus. Second one good as well. So Cougs extend that lead to 7 points. Inside a minute. Knox. He's been quiet all game. That one won't fall for him. Going up high to get it is Chandler White, who is fouled. And I think it's going to go on Jeremiah Roberts. We're going to chat it up with Connor Lotzenheiser after this game, who had that strong stretch there in the second half where he scored 7 straight points. I do believe that was. But he's got 19 points right now. He's 8 of 13 from the field. 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. As White hits another one. And 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Lotzenheiser also with 4 rebounds. Chandler White now has a game-high 20 points. Just past Lotzenheiser. And a foul going to be called on Derek Heinen, swiping after it as Paul hits the floor. Second one's good. 66-73. That's a 10th point there for Jacob Paul. That's taken away by Roberts. Another one. That one's taken by Johnson's pass, stolen by Chandler White. Look at those hands. Beautiful grab there, looking like a wide receiver. Chandler, 12 of 14 now from the free throw line. Just keeps racking them up. Timeout called by Coach Renai. It's full timeout for Coach Renai. St. Francis once again in first place in the Crossroads League, 9-2 record. Indiana Wesleyan in second place, 8-3. Spring Arbor, Bethel, Marion, Mount Vernon Naz, all tied for third place with 6 and 5 conference records. Huntington then is in 7th place with a 5 and 6 conference record. Taylor 4 and 7, Goshen 3 and 8, Grace College at 2 and 9. See if we can get some updated scores here on the NAIA DAC Stats webcast. Grace beating Goshen 77-71, 3 minutes left. Huntington losing to Spring Arbor now with 51 seconds. That game's over, 83-74. IU East beat IU Southeast. Indiana Wesleyan beating Bethel 75-71 with 4 minutes left to play. And let's see if we can find the Taylor Marion. Taylor losing to Marion 60-55 with 5:39 left in the second. Paul. 3-point attempt. Johnson, no good. Just a little flat on that shot, but possession will stay with MVNU down by 7. Lotzenheiser now, another rebound. So the foul is going to go against Roberts, his third. St. Francis will improve its record to 20-4 overall, 10-2 in the Crossroads League. It's looking like Wesleyan's going to win, so they'll move to 9-3 in the Crossroads League, 18-6 overall. Spring Arbor's going to win, Bethel's going to lose, so Bethel will fall out of third place. They'll be in a tie with Mount Vernon Nass for fourth place. If Marion wins, they'll stay in a tie with Spring Arbor for third. Either way you look at it, looks like Mount Vernon Nass is going to end up in fifth place. Paul straight to the cup. But that will do it, folks. St. Francis going to win it 77-70. We'll head down for some post-game reaction. Check. Once again, the Cougars winning it 77-70 over Mount Vernon Nass after the loss suffered this week against Merriam. Coach, congratulations. Tough first half with Bryce having to sit on the bench with the two fouls right there. Came off strong in the second half. Kind of, what was the difference? Obviously, Bryce playing.
I thought we really talked about just picking each other up and playing for one another, and I thought we did an excellent job of that. You know, the guys kind of, like I said, picked each other up. They were up off the bench. On the floor, I thought we played with more energy in the second half, and that showed. We just, I thought we had some great looks in the first, and they just didn't go down. We shoot 2 of 13 from 3 with great looks, and those just kind of built up, and kind of wore us down a little bit. But I just told them, I said, man, if we're getting those kind of looks, we got to continue to get those in the second half and continue to shoot them with confidence. And I thought Bryce came out in the second and really did a nice job of just establishing himself deep in the post. So that was a big difference as well.
Coach, I felt like in the second half when we started to pull away from MVNU, Connor Lotzenheiser was a big spark plug for us. I think it was like 3 or 4 possessions in a row where he was able to score and get to the free throw line.
Yeah, did an excellent job of getting into the paint, really attacking aggressively. I thought Compton did a nice job of coming in and giving us a spark. So overall team effort, great to get back in the W column, and it was a big win for us for sure.
Congratulations, Coach. Cougars still in first place, and we are going to go find Connor Lotzenheiser so we can talk with the sophomore. All right, so we're down on the floor with Connor Lotzenheiser. Congratulations, sir. 19 points for you today. Just wanted to start off in the second half there. You had a run where I think you scored on maybe 3 or 4 possessions in a row. I felt like that really helped kind of give us that cushion to that 10-point lead. Just kind of talk about that time in the game.
Honestly, I didn't really now that you say that, I had like 3 in a row. I remember I had a couple there in a row because I only had 4 at half, and I knew I had to pick it up because whenever I'm attacking, I get other guys open, gets the momentum going. So, it just helps out all our guys.
Tough shooting there in the first half for the Cougs, went into the half down by 2. Bryce only played 6 minutes. What difference does it make when Bryce is not on the floor?
Oh, he's a beast. He's a big difference. He opens up the whole floor. Everybody on the other team just looking after him, and just he creates so much doubles and everything. He just opens up the whole floor. So without him, I think maybe we kind of hesitated a little bit, and so I'm glad we picked it up in the second half.
What went wrong for the Cougars this past Tuesday at Marion? Obviously a big third quarter for the night.
Yep. Well, they hit shots, but we just didn't have that enthusiasm that we usually have. So we stepped up tonight and brought that enthusiasm.
You kind of associate that with the big game against Bethel, a little bit of a letdown. That Bethel game, obviously, a lot of energy spent.
Yep. Not really. I think we got to come out all the time and be ready to go. It's a Crossroads League. It's tough, so you always got to be ready to go, even if you have a tough game before.
It was a great game today, Connor. Congratulations and good luck. We'll see you on Tuesday. So the Cougars will be back in action here at the Hut, taking on Taylor University. The men will play on Tuesday. The women will play on Wednesday, and we'll have both games live for you. And we'll get you some updated stats here in a second as well. But a great win for St. Francis, back into the win column like Coach Lacrosse said, and still in first place in the Crossroads League. Indiana Wesleyan nipping at their heels. But just real quick, Chandler White leading all scores with 22. Lotzenheiser ended up with 21 actually. Bryce Lynn up with 11. For MVNU, it was Jacob Paul with 12 points, Alex Johnson with 10, and Jeremiah Roberts with 18. St. Francis shooting 46% from the field, and MVNU 48% as St. Francis wins it 77-70. Folks, thanks so much for joining us. Once again, my name is Jeff Mahoney. We had Sean Boswell on the camera. Guys, have a wonderful rest of the weekend.